You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another juicy deep dive into method acting in this episode of Unstoppable Actors. I am so incredibly excited to be sharing with you the two different types of actors there are, so you can load yourself up on this much needed information that I wish I'd have got taught when I was training professionally, but unfortunately no one shared this with me. It would have helped me advance my skills quicker and help me advance my career quicker, and that's what I want for you. So we're going to be deep diving into the two different types of actors there are, so you can identify the type of actor you are currently, and you can start to strengthen the skills that might be a little bit weak. And that's not a criticism, because we all have blind spots and we all have weaknesses that need strengthening when we're so early on in our career. I want to read a really, really beautiful review with you first that I got sent in from Eileen Nelson, who is currently on Amazon Prime, starring in Fleshlight, which I am so excited to be watching. I'm going to be starting to watch it this week. I can't wait to see her work. She trained with me on the 10-week method acting modules, and she sent in the most gorgeous review that said, "My experience with Louise has been life-changing. She's not just a great method acting coach, she brings positive energy and advice that I will have with me for the rest of my career. I have tools and exercises that I can use when characters feel hard to approach. I have a better understanding of what it takes to work as an actor. I always leave the classes with a smile and a feeling of empowerment. Do not waste your money on a BA in theatre. Louise will teach you everything you need to start your work as an actor in less time." I almost cried when Eileen emailed that in, because that is all I ever want with my acting students, is to give you the tools and exercises so that characters don't feel hard anymore, so you feel confident and empowered and you know exactly what you're doing, so you can navigate your way through the characters with ease and immersing them like they're your second skin, so you stand out, so directors are raving about you and want to work with you again and again and again. And method acting for me was such a lifesaver in my career. And I'm so passionate about it because it does get actors cast so early on in their careers in big productions, just like Eileen in Amazon Prime. So what I'm going to load you up with today is really going to help you advance your own skills. We've got an opportunity that I've never offered before, and I'm only ever going to offer it once. It's completely free of charge. But I know that a lot of people are very intrigued by method acting. So I've opened up our very last class of the 10-week method acting module that's taken place in winter. I've opened it up for people like yourself to come along and sit in on the class and observe it and see what happens in a method acting class and see what method acting exercises are being used by our acting students, which is helping them get cast so early on in their career in big projects, just like Eileen. So if you want to come and observe the final class of the winter 10-week method acting module on Wednesday the 19th of March, then please just click the link which is underneath this episode, or you can go to bit.ly/method class. It is going to be so inspiring. You are going to learn things that perhaps you've not been taught before. And if you have had method acting training in the past, you're going to get a really good refresher. It's going to be so incredibly exciting to take a sneak peek into how method actors are trained. And as we know, method actors are renowned for their character work. So if you think about someone like Daniel Day-Lewis, every single character that he has played in his career is completely different. So Christy Brown in My Left Foot, which was quite early on in his film career, is very, very, very different to Abraham Lincoln. It's very different to the character who played in There Will Be Blood and Gangs of New York and The Crucible. If we think about Joaquin Phoenix, the detail that went into the Joker was absolutely incredible. And then you've got Angelina Jolie. If you look at her work, Laura Croft was so different to Lisa in Girl Interrupted. And then if you look at her most recent work, again, it's completely different to her early work. So method actors really do bring edge to their work. There's just something so real and unique about each character. There's so many layers, there's so much depth. And this is what directors lap up. They absolutely love it because they know they're going to get that edge. They know they're going to get intensity and vitality and truth. And they know they're going to get a very strong performance, which helps them trust in the actor to deliver what their project needs. So at this stage of your career, learning method acting is absolutely vital for you getting ahead and advancing your career. And that's why I'd love you to come and observe the class on Wednesday, the 19th of March. What you do need to know, though, is that there's two types of actors. So there's the emotional actor and the physical actor. The emotional actor is the one that I would class myself as. I absolutely love the emotional work. And the emotional actor absolutely thrives in big, meaty scenes where there's things like distress, anger, fear, joy, any big emotion, any big emotional journey that the character goes on. The emotional actor laps this up because jumping into emotions for us is like an Olympic diver doing all of the twists and the turns as they're diving off the board. We absolutely love it. So that's the first type of actor. And then the second type of actor is the physical actor. And they absolutely love finding the tics and the mannerisms and physical nuances of the character. So things like the way they bite their lip when they're nervous or excited, or the way they stare intensely when they're agitated, or the way they flick their hair because it's a habit that they just absolutely love the feel of, or the way they bite their nails when they're bored. You get the idea. The physical actor thrives on finding that physical rhythm and mannerisms, and they always bring something physically unique to every single role. I want to reassure you that neither actor is better than the other. There's not one that's ahead of the other. It's really important for you to know that for you to be the sublime actor, that actor that is going to stand out from the crowd and not blend in with all the other actors, you need both sets of skills. You need the physical skills and you need the emotional skills to be able to carry the character throughout the project. So which are you? Do you dive in headfirst to the emotions? Is that the work that you thrive in, that you find easy, that comes naturally to you? Or do you pick up the script and instantly can imagine that little mannerism and you can't wait to dive into that in rehearsals and try it out? Or are you that person that tries out a walk for a character first? Now, whichever you are, I want to challenge you with your next role. And if you have nothing coming up, you've not been casting anything, just pick a monologue off of Google, go into your bedroom, have a rehearsal there. But here's the challenge. I want you to do the opposite of what you would normally do to begin the character building process. So if you usually go for emotions straight away, read the script, and instead of diving into the emotions, pick a mannerism based on the clues about the character's personality and try and build up the physicality first. And if you instead go for the physicality first, I want you to challenge yourself to dive into that emotional internal world of the character first. So identify the main emotion that the character has in their blueprint for their personality and go for that over the mannerisms, play around with that. Now, what I need you to know is it is going to feel weird. There's no two ways about this. And this is because you'll be out of your comfort zone. And your body and your imagination are going to try and tell you that what you're doing is wrong and it's rubbish, and you will get some mental tension. Mental tension is anything that blocks you from connecting to the character authentically. And yes, it's probably going to need some work. But that's the art of learning and growing, isn't it? And of developing your craft and of developing your skills. But I want you to stick with it, because if you always default to what you know, how can you ever become a versatile actor? How can you ever stretch yourself? How can you authentically play an aristocrat to someone living on the streets? So to become a versatile actor, we have to first figure out, which type of actor am I naturally? What's my natural propensity when it comes to playing characters? Is it the emotions? Is it the physicality? And then you have to do the opposite so you can build those skills. So go ahead, go and find yourself a script if you don't have a role coming up, and give this a go. And if you do have a role coming up, have a little play around in the rehearsals with the opposite of what you normally go to. And I would love to hear how you get on with this. You can either come over to Instagram and DM us. That's at Standby Method Acting Studio. Let me know how you get on in the DMs. Or you can come along to our Facebook group, which is Unstoppable Actors, and drop a post in there and let me know how you get on. But as I've already mentioned, we've got an opportunity for you to come along and sit in on the final method acting class of the winter module on Wednesday, the 19th of March. There's no cost with this. I would absolutely love to invite you to come along and watch it so you can see not only how our students are building characters, but the foundational exercises that they're practicing every single class that allows them to become very, very sharp with their craft. So that link again is bit.ly/method class, or simply click the link underneath the episode. I hope this has been insightful and inspiring and has loaded you up with more information and knowledge that perhaps you didn't already have, or has refreshed you on things that you already knew. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you again soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.